Welcome, everyone, to our live stream today. We're super glad that you're able to spend time today on this Friday to be able to join us and see what's new and exciting. We're going to be talking about AI again today. We're going to have a conversation with AI. Conversation with Jarvis. And if you're a Marvel fan like I am, you'll remember Jarvis from Iron Man. And we don't have the full Jarvis that Iron Man had, but we got something pretty darn close. So we're going to show you how that works. If you have any questions or comments as we're going through the live stream today, don't forget to put them in the comments area. We're streaming on multiple platforms today, as always. And so, depending upon what platform you're on, there's a comments area in there somewhere. Go ahead and post whatever it is questions you may have. My name's Gary, and this is Jared, and Jared is our
Hey there.
moderator today. He'll be any questions that you may have as we're going through the live stream. He'll answer them for you to the best of his ability, right, Jared?
I mean, I'll do my best. I can only do my best. No, we'll answer all your questions, or at least if we can't answer them, we'll get back to you later. But we should be able to answer all your questions today if you have
Yeah,
them. So,
exactly. Yeah,
yep.
exactly. Yeah, so we're quite excited. AI. I mean,
Hmm.
some people. I was having some conversations with some people this last week, and it was interesting. Some people are a little nervous about this AI,
Hmm.
and I get where they're coming from. You watch enough Terminator movies, you could have a little bit of about it.
Yeah.
But for the context of business, it's amazing, and we've talked about this before. But today we're gonna show you some really cool stuff, and and get your opinions and see what you think and see how you
Hmm.
can actually use this in your business environment. That's kind of the kicker is, can you take this stuff, all this AI, and they've got some pretty cool stuff out there, but can you take this AI stuff and implement it into your business to help you? And that's really what we're looking for. um, and again, don't forget, if you've got any questions or comments, don't forget to put them in the comments area. We'll read them out.
Hmm.
And also, um, if you, as you're going through, if you don't mind liking and subscribing. That way, you get notified whenever we're going live, or even if we post a video on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook, you'll get notified as well. All right, so let's just get over to our demo screen here. All right. So, little caveat before we show this. You see it says ChatGPT 4.0 up here, or 4.0. Um, Now, what I'm going to show you only works on a Mac computer or an iPhone. Jared, do you know if this works on an Android phone?
I do not know if it works on an Android phone. It might on certain ones. It has to have enough capability for it to work.
Right,
Um, so that it
right.
definitely works with most of the newer iPhones, and then it works with on desktop. It only works for Mac. To my understanding, you have to have an M1 chip. Why I don't know. Maybe it's
Yes.
something to do with its processing or power or whatnot, or maybe just sort of exclusive thing. They are going to
Yeah.
get it more to other stuff. OpenAI is going to get it more to Androids and to a PC desktop app as well soon, from what I've read, which is cool. So get it for
Okay.
everybody.
Well, for now, what we're going to do is show you now. This isn't Apple AI, which won't be released until December. But if you've got a Mac computer and you want to have a conversation, that's what this little interface right here is that I've got on my screen. It's a little app you download from ChatGPT. You install it on your system, and then you configure it a little bit, and you can have a conversation, which we're going to do. Let me turn it on. You can see here I've got this part here. Down here is where the mic is. Now I can actually just put my prompts in here on this one line at the bottom here, or I can actually chat. So we're going to have a conversation with Jarvis. So Jared, if you wouldn't mind just muting yours, just so we
Yep,
don't
no
have any
problem.
background
Yep.
noise coming in, and then we'll keep this right and close to how we're going to do it. Hey Jarvis, how are you doing today? Now, because we're streaming, this may be a little slower. Let's just see. This may not work as well as I thought. Connection failed. Okay, let's go back.
Yeah,
Let's
just try
try this.
refreshing it, see if this works. We can always
Yeah,
show it on our phone if we have to. It
yeah.
they have the same thing on your phone, but it's nice to have it on the desktop because then you can type and copy and paste things, and yeah,
Well, I was
make
kind
it
of
a lot
worried
easier.
about the connection of streaming here.
Yeah, I'll have to upload some stuff, information back
Yeah.
and forth, and it's
I
probably the
okay,
same.
so this isn't going to work as well as I had planned. Jarvis, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How did the webinar
Ooh.
go?
We're just starting right now, and we want you to participate. Would that be okay?
I'd love to help in any way I can. How would you like me to participate during the webinar?
Maybe what you can do is introduce yourself to the audience and then tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Here's what I'd say. Hello, everyone. I'm ChatGPT, an AI assistant here to help with all things productivity, technology, and integration related. I specialize in supporting tools like ACCRM, RingCentral, and other business solutions. I'm here to make complex tasks simpler by providing quick answers, offering insights, and helping with problem solving. If you have any questions during this webinar, feel free to ask. I'm excited to be a part of the session today. Feel free to adjust it if you like.
Great, thank you. Now you'll notice that he said Chat GPT. I call him Jarvis, and we have a conversation back and forth like that. So Jarvis, can you help me with a social media post? Would you be able to do that to demonstrate?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to demonstrate a social media post. Here's an example. Excited to have just wrapped up an incredible webinar on integrating ACT, CRM with RingCentral. We covered some amazing tips on streamlining workflows, improving customer communication, and enhancing productivity. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and stay tuned for more updates. Productivity ACT CRM RingCentral webinar. That could be posted right after the webinar. How does that look?
Yeah, that sounds really good. Could you make a post about a product we have called ActView Plus? It's an add-on on our website at corelogix.ca. Could you do a quick social media post on that?
Here's a quick social media post for ActView Plus. Introducing ActView Plus, the powerful add-on for Act. CRM now available at Corelogix. ActView Plus gives you enhanced data visualization and real-time insights, making it easier to manage your business and boost productivity. Check it out at corelogix.ca. Act CRM, business solutions, data visualization, Corelogix. How does that sound for your audience?
Yeah, that sounds really good as well. I'm going to get you to do two more things. I want you to create a web page for me. Would you be able to do that for me?
Of course, I can help draft the content for a web page. What product or service would you like the page to focus on? And do you have any specific sections you'd like to include, like features, pricing, or testimonials?
Yeah, I'd
Let
like
me know
to
your
create.
vision and we can get started.
Okay, I'd like to create a web page about VDI or virtual desktop infrastructure and what it is and what are the benefits of using it.
Here's a draft for your VDI web page. Welcome to the Future of Work Virtual Desktop Infrastructure, VDI. What is VDI? Virtual Desktop Infrastructure, VDI, is a technology that allows businesses to host desktop environments on a centralized server. Employees can securely access these virtual desktops from anywhere on any device with a consistent experience. It offers flexibility, scalability, and remote work capabilities, making it an ideal solution for modern businesses. Why choose VDI? 1. Enhanced security. VDI ensures that sensitive data stays protected on a centralized server. Even if devices are lost or compromised, the data remains secure. 2. Cost savings. By using virtual desktops, businesses reduce the need for expensive hardware upgrades. Older devices can still access high performance environments, cutting costs on maintenance and replacements. 3. Remote access and flexibility. Whether your employees are in the office, at home, or on the go, VDI provides seamless access to their workspace. It enables better remote work productivity and collaboration. 4. Centralized management. VDI makes it easier for IT departments to manage and deploy updates, troubleshoot issues, and maintain control over the entire desktop environment from one location. 5. Scalability. As your business grows, VDI scales easily. New users and resources can be added without the hassle of physical hardware changes. Is VDI right for your business? If you're looking for a solution that combines security, flexibility, and cost efficiency, VDI may be the key to unlocking your business's full potential. It's perfect for businesses adapting to a hybrid or fully remote work model. Ready to learn more? Contact us today to explore how VDI can transform the way your business operates. Let me know if you'd like to add or adjust anything.
Now you'll see here, it actually puts it in. If I just move to the left here, you can see it actually creates the whole content that I can now put into a web page. It's simply amazing how you can create this information, or it can create it. You can tweak a little bit and then put it in your web page. And I've got two more things that I'm going to do with Jarvis, and have him create a graphic, and then I'm going to just ask him a question that he has to actually do some little bit of research on. So let's go back into Jarvis here, and then we'll ask him one more thing here. Jarvis, could you create a picture with an alpha or transparent background for me?
Yes, I can generate an image with a transparent background, alpha channel. Um,
Yeah,
what kind of picture are you looking for, and do you have any specific elements or themes you'd like to include? Let me know, and I'll create it for you.
perfect. Can you create a cartoon character of a man holding a laptop, smiling, and pointing upwards?
It usually takes more time when it does
Here's the
images
cartoon
or
character of
graphs.
a man holding a laptop, smiling, and pointing upwards with a transparent background.
There we go. So you can see it, he actually made it with a transparent background, so I can actually put this someplace where I want to be able to maybe have a different color behind it, that sort of
Cool.
stuff. So we're going to ask him one more question, and then we're going to flip over to Jared. He's going to show us some stuff. If we can connect. Yeah, because of Jarvis, can you help me with something?
It seems like something might have been cut off. Could you clarify what you were referring to regarding because of the law? I'll be happy to help.
No, no, I was just going to ask you if you could help me with something.
Of course, I'm happy to help. What would you like assistance with?
I'm looking to invest some money. And based on the current markets, what would you recommend that I invest in right now? And why would you recommend me invest in that?
Investing decisions depend on several factors, including your risk tolerance, time horizon, and financial goals. Currently, in 2024, there are a few trends you could consider, though it's always a good idea to consult with a financial advisor for personalized advice. Technology and AI companies. AI continues to grow rapidly, with many companies advancing in areas like automation, machine learning, and software as a service, SaaS. Investing in strong tech companies or AI focused ETFs could provide growth potential given the innovations happening. Clean energy and ESG funds. With global pushes towards sustainability and net zero targets, clean energy sectors like solar, wind, and electric vehicles are gaining traction. Many investors are looking into environmental, social, and governance ESG funds for long term growth with a positive impact. Real estate investment trusts, REITs. As markets fluctuate, REITs are appealing for their dividends and diversification into real estate. They're especially attractive if you're looking for steady income. For dividend stocks, in times of market volatility, dividend paying stocks offer stability.
So you can get the idea. I don't want to go any further, but you can get the idea where you can actually ask him. Now, again, you notice that a couple of things. Notice that Jarvis, first of all, said you want to talk with a financial advisor, which was really important. You don't want to use AI to be your financial advisor. That just wouldn't work. So, but it was interesting that maybe you can do a little research and have him do some research for you in the system. The other thing too is as you probably listened, you probably caught that he said he used the word a few times, making it more realistic as I was having a conversation, or whether he was giving me some answers to a question that I had. He used the word in there as he was actually dictating it back, which I thought was really quite unique. Any thoughts or comments, Jared, on this before we jump over to your presentation?
No, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it sounds like it's quite a bit similar to the one on the phone, except yeah, just a little bit right on your desktop there, and then you can save stuff and drag an image right to your desktop if you asked it to do images and whatnot, or take you to places. So, no, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I have it also on my MacBook as well, and the
Mm.
voice I use the same. They have a certain voice that you can use, but it actually will change the voice on each computer a little bit. So it's actually Jarvis sounds a little bit different on here, and it's interesting. Like when I first pulled up, I said when I had a conversation with him, I said, "Hey, what do I call you?" He says, "Oh, just call me ChatGPT." And I said, "Well, hey, can I call you Jarvis?" He said, "Oh, yeah, just call me Jarvis." And so now all of a sudden he remembers this. And as we're having this conversation, he refers to himself as Jarvis. So it's quite interesting how this learning, how it kind of adapts and memorizes the conversations that I have with him. All right, so let's move over. If there's any questions, no questions, Jared, pop up. I don't see any in the
No, no questions in the chat. Nope.
Okay, so we're gonna zip over to you and go ahead and do your thing.
Awesome. So my part of kind of the presentation today is focusing more on like transcription. So in talking with AI, it's pretty good at recognizing your voice and then turning that into text, and then it uses that to help analyze some of your, basically some of your questions. It can also basically it has to transform a lot of stuff into text, and then it can sort of analyze it. This makes it pretty helpful in general for asking questions, summarizing things. Um, uh, a lot of different things like that, where it uses the AI to then analyze the text. And
Can it,
transcription is a
hey
good way.
Jared,
Yep.
can it also, if it can it analyze the text and actually create a an action list, like who said they were going to do what kind of thing? Can it do that as well?
Yep. Yeah. You just you do it with Chat GPT. They have other apps out there that integrate with that make it all streamlined, but basically it takes a transcript of something and then it analyzes it, or it takes a document, whatever the Word document is, analyzes it, and then it answers kind of your questions. But it'll definitely give you sort of action items if you ask it to do that. And so I'm just going to show you an example. AI is getting into everywhere, and they're adding transcription into everywhere. This is sort of a great tool if you're having a meeting. If you don't want to be taking notes constantly, you can then transcribe your audio right into Word. For one example, there's many other options, but I'm just going to show you quick. So if you have a Microsoft 365 subscription, you have to go on the web. Unfortunately, you can't just go to the desktop one. And then you just go to the Word. You would just grab a blank document, kind of just like this. We'll just get it to load here. And you just press dictate. So see this little microphone here? I'm on the dark version. Usually it's whiter, but I just usually like the dark version. You just go to dictate, and you press the down arrow, and then you press transcribe. So then I would just select that. It's just loading the document here. Let me just exit out this designer thing here, and I'll hit transcribe again. Ooh.
Now, does this transcribe from an audio file? Is that what you're doing?
No, it transcribes live.
Oh, so you're dictating to it. So that's one
Yeah, I'm
way.
dictating to it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just kind of not pulling up. I might be just because of bandwidth as well.
Yeah.
Um, I'll just go to the dictate version just in case. So, hi, my name is Jared, and I like to in this meeting, for example, this is just like a example of it. Here's some notes for myself. I want to send sort of a budget out to, um, let's say, Gasonic, for them to approve. I also want to do a marketing email and send that out to clients. Have that due by October 15th. What else do I want to do? I also want to just review sort of the numbers from last month's sales. I want to do that on September 8th. So stop. There we go. Let me just pause this there. So there we go. It does a dictation for you. It wouldn't really load the transcription thing, which is just sort of the bandwidth here. But you can do the same thing, and it would record you the whole time, and then it would spit out the information for you. But this is just another ways to do dictate. So if you ever wanted to record kind of a meeting you had, you could come in and you could just press the transcribe, and there's a little thing over here to press record. But just because we're streaming and everything, it's loading, it's taking up too much resources for me to show it. But basically, it does the same thing. You talk and it'll record. It only does the side of your mic, but it still gets all your stuff. So anything you said. So if you can't record their side, you could always just say, "Okay, I'll do this," and you just sort of repeat something that they said, and that'll be added to your notes. And this comes in handy for later. So now that we have just this little example here, I'm just going to show you kind of what we can do now with ChatGPT now that we have a transcription. So I'm going to go over to ChatGPT here, and I'm going to upload a file. So I'm just going to go to one from my computer here that I did previous. This is just sort of an audio, where is it, audio file 3, and it's just sort of it goes over everything kind of that I was talking about. For example, let me just pull it up here. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one. 1 second here. So this is just one I did
Yeah,
previous.
that piece that you were doing just prior to this, that dictation, for a lot of people who know me, I use dictation a lot,
Mhm.
just for the simple fact I use it on the Mac, I use it on the PC, and I used to use Dragon Natural Speech when it first came out years ago, probably 20, 25 years ago. And we're using that when you had to talk like this for it to actually dictate. Now you can talk like in a normal cadence, and it understands it. So it's really taking gone a long ways since then.
Yeah, you can even do in other languages and stuff like that, which is also pretty cool. You can set it to a different language. So if you are working with other people, you can talk out something and it'll do your own language. So it's kind of cool. So this was just the document, just when I was talking earlier, that we just dictated. I'm just going to upload it from my computer. I just downloaded it. So it's going to upload it here into Chat GPT. Um, I'm just
Now,
going to
can
send
you
it.
also upload an audio file? Like, say we were in a Zoom meeting or a Teams meeting, or any of those go-to meeting, and you had an audio file or even a video. Can it transcribe those files?
It doesn't have the direct audio transcription on it. You'd have to use something else to convert it into text and then put it into ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT, you can upload stuff from your Google Drive. You can upload like PDFs. You can upload Word documents. But when you do direct video, it doesn't really analyze. That might be something they'll add later. You have other stuff that can do that, but currently it doesn't have a direct audio file for it to upload. And that's why it's nice to transcribe something first, and then you feed the text stuff into ChatGPT to get a summary. So,
Uh,
for example, here I just downloaded. I remember I was just talking earlier about a few different things. It was actually, let me just pull up the converse. Whoops, pull up the whoops. Where is it? This is what I was talking about earlier when I dictated. I added a couple different items. This is just sort of the document I downloaded. I uploaded into ChatGPT here, and I can just now ask it ChatGPT questions. So, what are some action items from the document? Oops. Ooh, regenerate. Hold on. So send budget. It says Sonic. I said Gas Sonic, but it's company names. So it said that create and send a marketing email to clients. I said due October 15th. It added that. Review last month's sales numbers. It added that. So you can, after you upload sort of your meeting notes or whatever recording you have that was transcribed, you can then ask it questions, and then you could just copy this, and there's your action items from that call or that meeting. You can also then just go into here, for example, and just say, give me a short summary of the file. This is just sort of a Word document. I mean, obviously this was a very short document, but it's giving sort of a summary of basically what I said. This document contains personal note from da 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 da. So it outlines just basically what I said. And this is just how you could use ChatGPT then to get a summary of your meeting, as well as then you could ask it to do action items. This is a very small example using just something I did live here, but it can do a larger scale, obviously. And it all just needs to something that it transcribes it to text, and then you take that text, put it into ChatGPT, and then you can ask it questions. You can work with it, and then ChatGPT analyzes it and gives you detailed information, which is pretty cool. The transcription software, like I said, this was just with as long as you have a Microsoft 365, you can do that. There's that transcribe thing as well as dictate. There's also Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams just added, let me just see if I can pull it up here on the other one. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, it's the Corelogix one. Here we go. So yeah, here's sort of the Microsoft Teams one. We don't really have a live demonstration of this, but it can also transcribe. So if you're doing a meeting, you can transcribe it. This is something you'd have to be the admin in Teams and then allow for transcriptions. Whenever you record something live in a video, it'll always prompt the other side that you're recording. That's just sort of a policy thing that it does, privacy type of thing. So that's kind of why a lot of these other apps don't record both things. It usually just records you. But right in Microsoft Teams, you can then have a meeting just like this, and it will transcribe it on the side. You can then download that transcription. You can then share it for the people. It'll show the live kind of information. So after you've had the transcript from Microsoft Teams, for example, then you would just upload it right to ChatGPT, just like kind of I showed you before. And then you start asking, summarize the meeting notes. And then it spits it out for you, copy and paste it, summarize into action items, spit that out for you. Then you can just send that right out to your team. And there you go. That's one way you can just save time and be more organized rather than having to go through and have somebody take notes the entire time or yourself take notes and budget points. Okay, what do I need to remember to do? And that's kind of one of the things. We have a lot of meetings and it's very hard to keep track of everything. This is sort of an assistant that you can do to help yourself stay organized, and as well as to have a record of what you did, because you could then copy the summary of those notes. Let's say you did this transcription, you put into ChatGPT, you asked it to give you a summary. You copy that summary into your note for that meeting from that on your calendar, and then you have sort of a record of what that meeting was about. And that's kind of like a quick way to do that. There's also other software that can help with this. This is sort of more of a paid stuff. This is actually Microsoft Teams. If you have Teams, or if you have Microsoft 365, you can then just use it for free and do this dictation recording thing, and then you don't have to pay any money. But there is some other options that you can use. One of them we've showed before. It's called Fathom AI note taking. It's just at fathom.video.home, or it's sort of something that connects with Microsoft or with Zoom, and it is sort of like a participant and records all the audio and takes notes. So this was actually something that me and Gary did with my niece. Probably it's been a few months now. We did this impromptu kind of meeting. And this is a free thing, but if you want to do a much more stuff, you can then pay the paid version, which gives you a lot more options. But here's sort of the meeting that we did. I'll just pull it up here. So this is sort of shows the whole meeting, and this is sort of a summary of the meeting. This was sort of a 45-minute in total, but it has some different examples here of starting an entrepreneurial mission, skills needed for entrepreneur success, learning through experience. So it will have these different links that then you can click to. And then you can click that, and then it plays that clip where you were talking, which is pretty cool. Which is also and you can also share this. You can share a link of this note that you had. You can also go right to the transcript like this, and you can see everything somebody said. And this is just a tool. It's mostly free. If you wanted to use it on larger scale, you can pay, but it's called Fathom, and it's just something you would then install as an add-on onto your Zoom. It has integration in a few other things. It can integrate into Google Meet and Microsoft Teams. You can the plan that you can get, kind of, here's some sort of different price breakdown for that, but it's a really good tool if you wanted to record everything you did and have somebody like some AI do the sort of the summary stuff for you, rather than you copy and pasting the transcript into ChatGPT. This can kind of do it for you, and then you can just copy and paste the transcript or the summary right into your, let's say, Act, into your CRM, or to wherever else you keep sort of notes from meetings. So it's a kind of a pretty cool tool that you can use for that. There's also one other thing I wanted to show. It's a similar tool to Fathom, but it's called Otter. This is sort of it's just basically it's the same sort of thing. It's a note taker for you. You can record yourself. So here's me just in Otter right now, and it's called Otter AI. You just would press record here, and then you can start talking, and it records for you too. And it can say, you can ask it, hey, give me a grocery list of milk, cheese, and eggs. And then you could ask like a question, what was the items I want to buy? And you can type that in there. Doesn't have enough details there for that for me to do, but you can then ask it questions or give it outlines, or then you can have comments right in this sort of application as you're recording it. They also have sort of a mobile version of that too. So it's sort of a paid thing that then you could press record at a meeting and it would record all your notes just like it is doing now. And then later, I think the AI, some of the versions you have to have, I think, the paid subscription. So let's just say, what is the summary? See, it's actually even doing this right live now. It doesn't really seem like it's giving me much content right now, probably because the AI chat, I believe, is only limited to the paid version. But this is a free version. The nice part with the free version with AI Otter, it gives you 300 free minutes to record. So even if you didn't have too many meetings, but you wanted to record everything you did, you could record it on your phone. You could pull this up and record it. And then you have 300 free minutes. If you wanted the paid version, there's a few different options that you can do for that. Let me see if I can just pull up the pricing on that. I think I have it on the other screen. Just one sec. Right click it here. Yeah, so it integrates with Dropbox, Google, Microsoft. There has some other sort of applications that it can sync with as well. It has sort of a lot of different things that you can add it to make it sort of just work and record things for you. It's kind of a pretty cool app. It depends sort of if that's something you'd be using on the regular. I believe sort of the basic plan starts at about $10 a month. But this gives you 300 free minutes, which is nice. So that's another application you can use that's basically kind of like a little assistant that can record all your notes, and then later you can then analyze it or summarize it or ask it some questions. And it's just a way to use AI to help you stay organized and keep all that information in one place. And then you can store it for later and go, oh, what did we talk about then in that meeting last week? Well, let me go check the summary. Oh, I have a transcript of it. Let me just go copy and paste that right into ChatGPT and ask what the actions items were, because I forget. It's just can be your memory. It can be something that can help you keep good memory of what you need to do. It can help remind you of things, and it can also just be a good note taker and like assistant for you. And that's basically all I wanted to show you guys today. There was one other thing. I know we're probably running pretty late, but there is this is called Glasp. It's sort of it's an extension that summarizes things for you. So if you ever were doing sort of learning, like learning, you're going to YouTube, for example, and you wanted to learn a little bit more about, let's say, investments, or you wanted to learn a little bit more about, let's say, Warren Buffett's advice for investors in 2024. You can use this sort of add-on. This is for Google Chrome, where you can get a summary of something. And this is a free summary. You can pay to get more features where you can see a summary page, and this will show it right on here. But since we don't have the paid version, we can just go summarize video, and this will take you right into OpenAI, which is kind of nice. And then you can ask it questions. You can copy that transcript. Right now it's loading just because I'm taking up too much bandwidth, I believe, with all this other stuff, unfortunately. Let me just leave this right here. So that's another tool that you can use. Let me go back to it here, where it's called Glasp, and then you can just copy sort of the transcript of any video, and after you have it uh, copied, you can just go to ChatGPT and ask it questions. Well, what's the main key points on that? You can also jump to, I believe it's called Find a Summary Article. So this will take you to an article that summarizes the video for you. So if you're watching a video online and it's something you want, and you can just click that thing and it takes you to a summary where you can just read the keynotes from the video. Here's a transcription if you want. What questions are answered in this video? So it's just a quick way to do some research. If you don't want to watch a whole video, let's say like it's like an hour video on market reports or breakdowns or something like that, you can use this called Glasp, copy it to your ChatGPT to ask it questions, or you can then go to an article like I just did, and it can summarize it there for you. So it just makes learning faster, and all it does is use transcripts, just like we were talking about before, and condenses it using AI and gives you sort of bullet point information, um, which is kind of a cool tool. And I think that's all the tools I have for you guys today. I probably took too much of your time, but some cool stuff just with transcription that can, well, save you time and help you to stay organized, not forget things, get things done.
Yeah. Also, with transcription, most of the ones now, like Zoom, Teams, GoToMeeting, Google Meets, there a bunch of them have either if they don't have their own transcription protocols in there, you can use something like Fathom, like Jared mentioned, where it can actually create a transcript and then just
Mhm.
move that over to ChatGPT to do summary or meeting notes or create a to-do list. What were the action items out of that? One of the things that we had shown a couple weeks ago was or actually this was probably I can't remember now how long ago it was, but we talked about a program we have coming out called CallManager, and we've got done a limited release now to a few people who are using it. One of the things we're going to add to it, it actually has a button in there where you can actually record the call. Obviously, you need to get permission to do that, but record the call. We just found out through some of the API stuff that we can actually transcribe as well. So you'll be able to actually have a call with somebody, click the transcribe button. It will notify them that this meeting will be transcribed, and then you'll be able to transcribe that, and then we'll be able to put that right into your act notes. So we don't know that we just got the connection link to be able to do this. So we haven't tested it fully out yet, but we had to upgrade our RingCentral to a specific brand. They're just releasing this product out now, but it's to a specific group of people, and we, thank goodness, were able to get into that group to be able to do the testing prior to the full release of this. And so that's going to be cool. So if you are using RingCentral or are thinking about changing your VoIP provider, your voice over IP phone system provider, you'll will definitely want to look at RingCentral. And then we have a great connection tool called CallManager that will work really well with that. And we'll be doing a video up as soon as we get these last little pieces in here. We'll do a live stream up, show you how this works, and then go from there. Any questions, Jared? Anybody
No,
asking any?
we don't have any more
Uh,
questions. It's an ever evolving thing with AI. I mean, next year there'll be some other tool that'll have. The nice part, a lot of this stuff is free, and a lot of this stuff you can just use. You just got to know kind of how to
yeah.
use it. Um, yeah,
I think the big thing
way to look
is
for it.
deciding what do you need help with. Like
Mhm.
like I had mentioned previously, we use ChatGPT for marketing, website development, any kind of content creation. I mean, for the $21 a month US, it's a very inexpensive marketing assistant. So highly recommend at least that program. There are
Yeah.
others. Canva has for graphic stuff. There's tons of AI being put into a lot of programs now to help out. You just have to find out what actually is going to work for you. You have to be careful that you don't get caught up in the frenzy of AI, where everybody's gone AI this, AI that. But how does it actually help you? Ask the question: how does this help me? Does it make my life more? Is there a productivity gain in here for me? Am I able to do things better, quicker, faster? And if it does, then grab a hold of it and use it. If it doesn't, then try not to pay attention too much to some of the stuff, because there is a lot of fluff out there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff with graphic designers and videos. Well, if you're not a graphic designer or video, or don't need that stuff, then focus on where AI can specifically help you. That being said, Jared, thanks very much for going through that with us today.
Yep.
Thank you for showing up, and hopefully this video is giving you some insights, or this live stream. It will be a video
Yeah.
to some after we're finished. Hopefully this gives some insights on what you can do and what's coming. And we look forward to sharing more stuff as it evolves and comes out. We will have let you know on our next live stream what we got going on. And we look forward to seeing you on the next live stream, probably next week. I'm not sure what we've got booked in, but we'll let you know. We'll send an email out, or there will be a notification. And that's the reason why you want to have like and subscribe, so that you can get notified when we're going to go live or shoot out a video. All the
Mhm.
best. Have yourself a great rest of your Friday. Thanks, Jared, again.
Hey, you bet.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.